What is up YouTube and welcome to this Arrow video. So we've had some pretty big spoilers for the upcoming episodes of Arrow. Now this isn't much of a shock, to be honest. So what's happening is we've got Cassidy returning to Arrow, which we kind of knew, we kind of expected her to return as Black Siren, because Oliver seems to be obsessed with, or not obsessed with, but attempting to try and rehabilitate her, because when it comes down to it, the whole multiverse, the differences are just sociological. So it's still really the same person, but she's just had drama, she's had issues on her Earth that have made her so. So what's happening is we've got Cassidy returning to Arrow in season 6 as a season regular. So that's pretty big. That is big news that Cassidy is returning. And I'm sure a lot of fans of Arrow will be happy that she's returning because, well, she's a good actress, she fits the show, and also her turn as Black Siren is really good. So that's who she's actually returning as. No, we're not getting her as a yet another Black Canary return, but she is actually going to be the Black Siren, the person that which we saw in Earth 2, and also recently on the show where we thought we were getting Black Canary back, but it was all a huge bait and switch, which I thought was pretty cheap. But this is a backdoor return to bringing in Cassidy on the show. So it's really interesting that they're actually fixing her up in season 6 as a season regular. And I'm a bit worried that this is going to be a bit off because obviously we do actually have a Black Canary with the powers, the actual meta-human powers on Team Arrow. So I'm worried that that's actually going to take away from her. And really, this makes the most sense because we've got the actress back on the show. And we also have a Black Canary. So you haven't got people thinking, oh, I want Black Canary back. I want Cassidy back as that character. But she can't because she's actually playing a different role on the show. So it does protect them from fanboyisms there. So we've got a proper Black Canary. And we've also got the actress we've learned to know and love over the years on the show. And we also have a pretty interesting love triangle because I was hoping Oliver would actually fall in love with our new Black Canary, but it seems like they might actually go down the route of him trying to redeem her and get her to rehabilitate, and then he tries and falls in love with her all over again, technically, but it's not actually her. So all kinds of madness abound for Arrow Season 6. So, interestingly, Mark Guggenheim says that one of the things that excites us about Arrow is that we go where the story takes us. Last year, the story took us to the tragic death of Laura Lance. This year, our mid-season finale reintroduced us to Laurel's doppelganger, Black Siren. We were so taken by Katie's fearless interpretation of this character that we knew her story was not yet finished. We couldn't be more thrilled to welcome Katie back to Arrow as Black Siren, though as her appearances on Arrow and DC's Legends of Tomorrow this season show, she never really left the family. Now, she will be returning in Arrow episode 22 and 23, so it looks like she might be involved in this huge spectacular event that is happening, because it seems like we're getting Deathstroke back, and now we're getting Black Siren back. So they're getting people who are involved in the history and lore of Arrow for the finale, as it seems like he's heading back to the island. So this does make sense, as she was taken by ARGUS and she was actually locked up. So it does seem like she will be returning as Prometheus possibly takes Oliver back to the island for some kind of final weird sort of ritual, battle, whatever. However this season is going to be resolved, it definitely looks like we'll be getting past characters on the show. We've got Captain Boomerang as well. The actor who played him is hinting that he's going to be returning. Obviously, he was taken by Argus as well, and we've got this whole thing on the island of the facility as well. So it looks like it's going to be some sort of fucking Hunger Games madness for Oliver as he returns. So I think that's how they're bringing her back into this show. So that's it for this video. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.